And when that day comes, are you going to spend time regretting how much time you spent worrying about money instead of fixing it? Your friends are richer than you, not because they are smarter. They are richer because they did this one thing that you've been avoiding. That's what I'm going to teach you tonight. And when this realization came to me, I was concerned because my children were watching me. They were learning how to handle money by watching me fail. And I was asking myself, is this the legacy I was going to leave for them? Because the interesting thing from epigenetics is that your children are silently watching you. They're watching how you are stumbling with money. They are watching how you are fumbling and not doing anything about it. And I was asking myself, if I fail, is that what the legacy I'm going to leave for my children? And then, if many of you are like me, you would have observed the sort of dynamics that happen when you have reunion. I didn't know whether you have reunions in your country about people you schooled with in secondary school and in the university, and then you have reunion. Have you observed the dynamics of what happens when old schoolmates come together in a reunion? I sit silently watching the dynamics, and you can see some tinge of pain, some tinge of regret, some tinge of, I should have, could have, would have, in the different faces of the people. Because you have the people who are doing so well. Their names are all over the place in the newspapers. They were your classmates in secondary school or in grade, how do we have it in America? In grade school, grade 6, grade 8. And then they look big. They are big boys and big girls today. And then you just sit in a corner wondering, what in the world have I done to myself? What is it that these people did that I didn't do? Why are they so much more financially comfortable and well-to-do, and I'm not? And so these are the questions that we are going to answer today, because today I'm going to show you the very simple, I like keeping it simple, practical 4-step formula to turn your finances around at any age. It hurts me deeply when people in their late 40s and 50s come to me and they say, isn't it too late for me? And indeed, many people in their 50s who haven't done well financially in the early part of their lives are actually asking that question and laboring under, can I ever make it again? I am 54, I am 57. Is there any hope for me? Yes, you can turn your finances around at any age. And we have the data that people have turned their finances around in their 30s. Some have done it in their 40s. Some have done it in their 50s. Some have turned their financial situations around in their 70s. I know a man who was 75. He went back and registered in the University of Lagos for a degree at 75, or rather he graduated at 75. And I think the papers actually carried it. So you can turn your life around at any time. You are not a tree. My mentor once told me, we were taking a walk in the estate, and then we have these beautiful trees, lining the streets. And then my mentor looked at me and said, Ogbo, look at these trees. What's the difference between you and the tree? I paused, because he always has this deep wisdom, something, he's about to say. And then he said to me, you see, these trees, once they were planted there, that's where they stay forever. That's where they stay. That's where that very spot that the seed fell and the tree germinated, that's where that tree is going to stay for the rest of its life, whether it's going to be, because we have, like in our forests, in my home state, we have some forests where trees have never been cut for 100, for 200, for 300 years. So where the seed fell, that's where it's going to remain. But we are human beings. So my mentor said, but we are not like that. You can change. If you don't like anything, you can change it. And you can change it, and that's the good news. At any age, you can change at any age. I want to scream this into everybody's ear because many of you who follow me are between 35 and 64. If I ask your ages in this live session, that's what you're going to tell me. And so many of you come to my DM saying, is it not too late for me? I'm 47. Is it not too late for me? I'm 54. And all these things you're talking about investing, I don't have savings. And somebody actually approached me today and said, I'm 37. I do not have savings. I do not have any investments anywhere. And he was really, because he watched one of my videos, and he was genuinely terrified. So you don't need to be terrified, no matter how old you are. You can do it. And actually, in this session, let's just do a little experiment, okay? So just tell me, how old are you? Type it in the comment section. How old are you now? Remember, what we are talking about today is that it's not too late. How to turn your finances around at any age. So it would be wonderful to know our different ages, okay? Our different ages. Okay. All right. So we have 21, we have 31, we have 35, we have 43. Joseph will be 31 in November. All right. Great. And then we have 40. We have 40. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. What are your ages in the group? There's 31. There's 40. There's 27. Samuel and Bashu is 27. Interesting. Tanya is 49. Okay. All right. Listen, no matter the age, 49, 55, 64, everything, it's not too late. Everybody scream it into the comment section. Just type it. I want this thing to get into your subconscious, into your mind. And in different parts of the world you're watching from, whenever you're going to bed today, I want it to be strong. I want it to linger in your mind. That phrase, it is not late. Yes, in the chat, I can see 49, I can see 46, I can see 48, I can see 43. And I really want to stress it, especially for all of you in your 40s. Because I know how terrified I was in my late 40s when I didn't have any solid assets. I did not have any solid assets. And I remember at the time, my children started getting into college. And as I was going into college, I had to fill the CSCS profile. Is that what it's called? I'm mixing it with the Nigeria CSCS portal. So, but I had to fill this profile. So the Americans in the group, just correct me, remind me, it's plain butterfly in my mind. Okay, so the profile you fill when your son is going to school, that typically asks you about everything, your assets. They ask, how many cars do you have? How much do you pay for utility every month? Do you have landed property? Do you have stocks? Do you have... So in that profile, the college board or something like that profile, you have to fill all that data. When I filled mine, it was humiliating because I was in my 40s. So I know for many of you who are in your 40s here, who are listening, it can be scary. But I am stressing, it's not late. And you're going to see that. So that was in my 40s. And now I'm 59. I'm going to be 60 in a couple of months. And I'm going to share with you what I have done, because it's working very, very powerfully. It's very, very simple, very practical. And you can start it at any age. It's not too late. So thank you for typing that in the comment section. Potential Arena and Tekimbi, thank you for typing that in the comment section. Just vegetables is 42. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So whether you are 35, 45, 55, 65, these steps will help you to reclaim financial freedom. Now, just before I do that, I want to say that money isn't math. We always think in terms of the numbers. Money is not math. And I was telling people in my group today that money is more, that financial success is more about wisdom than it is about money. So money is the story that you tell yourself about control. And so if you believe it's too late, your mind will collect proof. We go around collecting proof. Everything you do will just show you that it is too late. So you've got to be that's actually where to start, that mindset, the story you tell yourself, because your mind will find proof for whatever you believe. So if you tell yourself at 49, oh, too late, everything around your mind will gather data to prove that. So it is called confirmation bias. All right. So what is the very first step? Step number 1. And as I'm talking about it, type it in the comment section. And when you hear something that hits you really, really at a very a nice spot, put it in the comment section. Just type some kind of aha moment or insight that you're going to do. Step number 1, take radical responsibility and face your numbers. Take radical responsibilities and face your numbers. Many people never fix their finances because they are too scared to look. I do not understand it. You see, but people would rather not know. So they just keep running blind. But if you don't actually take a look, you cannot begin to fix what you haven't understood. You know, it happened, in one of my 9 to 5 places. I don't want to say which one. So a couple of years ago, so while I was in my 9 to 5, working with a multinational oil and gas company, something happened. In fact, in those days, that was when HIV/AIDS started ravaging the world. So it was new at that time. People were totally scared. And so many of you my age, I'm going to be 60 soon, will remember that HIV/AIDS scare. It was terrible. So if anybody had it, people who had it in those days, it was like a death sentence. And when people contracted HIV/AIDS, it was like, oh God, okay. The next thing is death, mortuary, and burial. So there was fear. Now, so what my company did, because at the same time, when it came out newly, when that disease came out newly, the virus, the tests were very, very expensive. The HIV/AIDS test was very expensive. Okay, so some of you are too young to remember. In those days, so we take it for granted now. So, but my company at the time took it upon themselves to now create free tests for all the employees. So all you needed to do was go to the clinic, and then they will test you for free, and then you get to know your HIV status. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, every day at the canteen, the head nurse, matron, and then the medical staff will come, talk to everybody. They did webinars, the equivalent of webinars in those days, circulating messages, public announcements, in our email systems, in the whatever, encouraging everyone to go know their HIV status. Guess what? After 6 months, type in the comment section, how many people, what percentage of the company do you think went for the HIV test? Type in the comment, just hazard a guess. How many, what percentage of the employees do you think went to know their HIV status in that company, that oil and gas company I was working for? Okay, so we have a troll in the comment section, and if you give me a second, I'm going to do the needful and just get him out of the place. Okay, all right, so he's gone. Okay, very good. Okay, all right, so he's gone. Okay, all right, so Augustine said, okay, Tanya said 2%. Augustine said 5%. Joseph says 10%. Okay? 3%. I mean, you guys are very, you're very close to it. 6%. Now, why I tell this story, because it's actually aligned with what we are talking about, is that for some reason, people would rather not know. So people will say, no, we don't want to go and we don't want to know our HIV status. Because to them, it's like, it's safe not to know than to actually find out. So it's the same thing people do with their finances. They don't want to know, all right? They are scared to look. But the truth is, if you can't, you can't fix what you don't measure. So grab a pen when we are done, because in the next 60 seconds, you're going to do what 90% of the people won't. So avoiding your finances is a form of self-sabotage. It's self-sabotage. So psychologists call it the ostrich effect, burying your head in the sand to avoid pain. But the moment you face it, you reclaim your power. The numbers aren't judging you, they are freeing you. So you need to know your numbers. So write down, when you, after this session, take your pen, write down what's your total debt. Credit cards, loans, mortgage, what are your total liabilities? And then, what are your monthly expenses? Even your daily coffee. Write it down. See, we are talking about taking radical responsibility of your finances. That's the step number one. Because no one is coming to save you. Okay? So then, you also get a chance to calculate what's actually your income. What comes in every month? What comes in every year? And you're doing this, it's not about shame, but it's about power. Because once you know where you stand, you can now start fixing it. Step number 2, simplify to multiply. And you can do this at any age. Focus your efforts, cut out expenses, like ruthlessly. Subscriptions that you don't even use, you don't need, luxuries that aren't adding anything to your financial future, your lifestyle inflation, unnecessary inflation of your lifestyle, cut it. Start small if you must, but start immediately. You can do it at any age. You can do it at 60. I was talking with a friend the other day, and so both of us are about the same age. And we were just amazed at how very little we actually need in life. Like I eat once in a day. And then sometimes I eat, take my breakfast, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., sometimes 4 p.m. And by the time I've eaten at 4 p.m. or I'm eating my first meal of the day at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., I'm not even hungry again. And I don't eat again before going to bed. So my needs, and then clothes. I do not need expensive clothes. I am not a celebrity going out there to wear special diamond something. I'm not going for Oscars or something. I don't need a $5,000 suit. For what? So cut all that lifestyle inflation. Channel what you save directly into reducing your debt, and then investment. To 2 major things you channel it to: reducing your debt and investment. So the simpler your finances become, the faster your money multiplies. Okay, so simplify to multiply. Step number 3, make more money. Yes, isn't that like common sense? It's quite intuitive. Make more money. Accelerate your income streams. And you can make more money at any age. Whether you are 39 or 49 or 69 or 59 like myself, you can make money at any age. I am making money. It's incredible. Different streams. I'm learning things. You can learn anything. So I'm 60 this year. I'm learning AI. I'm using tools. I can edit videos. I can do lots of things. I can write books, create digital books, create things, worksheets, and sell it at 60. You can do it. If I can do it at 60, you can do it at 45. So accelerate your income stream, because one income stream isn't enough, especially later in life. It's not enough. So monetize a skill, monetize a piece of knowledge or some knowledge you already have, freelance, consult, teach online. There are all kinds of things people are teaching online and making a lot of money. Your age is actually an asset, and people will pay you for your experience and wisdom. So accelerate your income, all right? Because you cannot afford at any age to rely on 9 to 5 income. And then remember, I have been stressing that wealth is not the income you earn. It's not how much money you make. It's not the amount of salary that you make or the pay raises that they give you. Wealth is how much you keep, not how much you earn. How much you keep, plus to what degree you can multiply what you keep, so that what you keep begets children, according to the richest man in Babylon, which begets children, which begets children. Because you want to get yourself to a place where your money works for you, instead of you working for your money. And that is the whole retirement story. Because in retirement, your money can work for you. Fund your lifestyle, fund whatever you want to do, okay? So pick one thing you can do to earn extra $500 to $1,000 every month, or whatever applies to the country from which you're watching. Sell your unused stuff online. Every country has platforms where they sell things, unused items online. And lots of people make a living out of Facebook market. Like when I go to the United States, Facebook market is not available in this part of the world and all that. But whenever I'm in the United States, there's so much. People sell literally everything. They sell their sitting room chairs. They sell dining tables, literally everything. TVs, you find on... There's nothing you won't find on Facebook marketplace. You know, people sell their cars. So sell unused stuff, because inventory, unused inventory, is money, is cash that you've put in prison. So you need to liberate it. So you can sell stuff online. In parts of Africa, you can go to Gigi. Gigi, for instance, I think Nigeria has Gigi. So tell me what online platforms, marketplace that you have in your country. So type it in the comment section. Okay, so like in Nigeria, they have gigi.com, so you can sell anything online. So what platforms do you use in South Africa, in Ghana, in United States, in UK, in the Caribbean, and from all the places you're watching? Where can you go right now? And then if you don't know, you need to research, because there are places that you can go, whatever, even books, used books that you have, or anything that you have in your house that you're not using, or even some things that for parts of the country have that they don't have in other places. You can sell masks. So my American colleagues I worked with in Chevron, so sometimes they used to, over the weekend, drive to Benin, to some of these places where they have carvings and they make masks, these masquerades and these masks. And they buy these things, they buy them cheap in Naira. They ship them over there to the United States. And it's a lot of money. So there are so many ways to make extra cash, and you need to find those ways. Make more money, whether you're 64 or make more money. And in fact, in the Financial Fitness Challenge, I teach what I call everyday money. If you spend money every day, you should make money every day at any age. That is a goal. And if you want to know how to do that, join the Financial Fitness Challenge. This thing's radically practical. It's not just theory. Because some of you are 47, you are 52, and you don't know how to do these things. You just hear these things, but you don't know how. Where do you begin? That's where the mentorship comes in. Okay, so Adventures, Dr. Lily says, I live in Tbilisi, Georgia. Okay, so you use Facebook Marketplace, all right, from Georgia. Okay, very good. So that's, I guess that's not the Georgia in the United States. That's the Georgia in Europe, okay? Who else? Yes, you spend money every day. So you need to make money every day. Because why should your debit be more than your credit? The the worst you can do is have a credit every day. And I have designed my system, which is what I'm teaching, to make money every day, no matter how much. So I make money every day in my local currency and also in dollars every single day. You can set it up. You can set it up. It works. I made $100 and something yesterday. Okay, so some days $100, some days 15, some days $2, some days $5. But something must come in every single day at any age. Okay, and then that extra cash you get is not for spending. It's your escape fund. Type escape fund. Type escape fund in the chat. So don't make that money and then inflate your lifestyle and go on a spending spree. No, it's for your wealth account. It's for your escape fund. It's for your investment. And in 6 months, you'll be shocked at the difference of what you will make, the difference that will make. Step 4, and the final step, is automate your way to wealth. Automate it. In fact, what has helped me the most in the past 10 years is automating. And then for some of you who are joining us for the first time and then you haven't subscribed to this channel, can you take a moment? Can you take a moment and subscribe to this channel? And when you subscribe, because I do this every day, except on the weekends, there's always something for you. Very practical, very relatable, no jargon, no motivational kind of one, just very, very realistic. Because if you don't get your money, in order, your money life in order, your later life will suffer. And the system is designed to punish you. The system is not designed to help you. The economic system, anyway, is not designed to help you. So hit that subscribe button. It doesn't take you 5 seconds. And if you haven't given this some love, please do that, especially if you're getting value. Press that love button. Press that love button right now here. So the best says, my first time here, God bless you. I need financial growth, having difficulty building capital. I have one stream of income, very frustrating for me. Yes, that's what we are talking about. And then you can expand your streams of income. Because the good news for you, don't be discouraged. The good news for you is that there are 1,001 ways to make money. What I shared yesterday in the Financial Fitness Challenge Mentorship Group, I shared a rubric of 60 online business models, 60 ways you can make money online, and anybody can do it, any age. And then, so those of you already in the Financial Fitness Mentorship Group, I'm sure you have seen the 60 things, and that they are, conversation starters for you in talking about building extra streams of income. Because the technology and financial markets have democratized money making. Many of us are still making money the way money used to be made in the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s. That's not sustainable. But these days, with your laptop, internet connection, even your phone, with your phone, and then internet connection, you can make money. People are making money with just this, especially young people, just their phone, making money. Different places, social media. Look at, for instance, just 20 years ago in this part of the world, if you were to go to television to do what I'm doing right now, I remember I used to be on live television 2009 to 2014, 5 years. I was on live television every week. So some of you may have been young too. It was on cable. So most countries in Africa used to watch me doing the same thing I'm doing right now. So I went to a television station to ask them to hold this kind of event, to come on their live. What they charged me, they were saying something like for a live program of 1 hour, they were saying something about 4 million at the time, 4 million of this local currency. And the 4 million of this local currency at the time was probably um, probably like $40,000 or something like that. But today, look at, I'm right here speaking to you from different countries. Just to illustrate what I'm talking about for all of you watching so that you can see yourselves. Type the country from which you're watching. Type it. I'm going to show you how making money has been democratized. It's no longer as difficult as it used to be. In those days, you pay millions to be on television. But today, I'm speaking to, type your country here. Type your country. Let me mention it so that you know. So I'm sitting right here. I'm talking to, I can see Uganda. Of course, there's Nigeria. Which other country is here? I already saw Georgia. I'm talking to Libya. I'm talking to South Africa. Just take a look. Take a look at the chart. I'm talking to Cameroon. I'm talking to Kenya. Go on. Tell me what countries you're from. I'm talking to someone in Florida, in the United States. This BJ Haven is in Cameroon. Just Vegetables, Ebonyi, Nigeria. Tanya in Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not have any excuse. Emanuela J. Ghana. How many countries have I just mentioned? And what is it costing me? Just my phone, an internet connection, and I can speak to the world. I can create impact to anywhere in the world. Please, you do not have any excuse not to make money. Using the global markets, there are people in United States, friends of mine, you know, well, before the China tariff war, US-China tariff war, they used to get things really very cheap. I understand that they have a tariff war ceasefire for whether 90 days or something, and I hope it continues. And people will buy things, very cheap things in China, even cheap things like this. They'll buy it 50 cents or $1, and then they will sell in the United States for $16, 20-something dollars. Okay, just hang on. There is another, I'm not sure why people do this. You know, people just interfere with the live session, you know, to spam the place. I think they call them trolls. Okay? So, yeah, and I see you, Victor from Sierra Leone. Okay? So, you can make money. You can sit in Sierra Leone there and make money from Uganda. And then in the Financial Fitness Challenge, my mentorship group, we have people from all these countries. We have people from Liberia, of course, United States is there, UK is there. We've had people from Sweden. We've had people from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, in that same group. Kenya, people from different countries in that same group. And so you see, I am drawing income. I'm helping people, creating impact in faraway Kenya, in faraway South Africa, in faraway Georgia, for creating value for people there. And then I'm capturing value from those places. All right? So, okay, Fab's Daily Tips is from UAE. Amazing. See what we're talking about. Okay, so step number 4, automate your way to wealth. Automate your way to wealth. Okay, type that in the comment section. Because you will remember to save. And so the secret that millionaires use and the secret that I have started using 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, automating it, because I found that I could not trust my willpower to be able to save, to be able to do it. In fact, I came up with a mantra, which I would like to share with you. You can actually do the same thing. Okay? And so that mantra is, when money comes in, Ogbo, don't think. Just send it straight to investment account. Don't think. Because the moment money comes in and you think, and you start thinking about it, the thinking will default to spending. And then I do not know how the human brain does it. The moment money stays in your hands for 24 hours, it will default to spending, not to investing. So I tell myself, don't even think, don't think. So money, because I told myself, like, a certain amount of money came into my account today. Just today, I sat and got that credit alert. And so what I told myself was, Ogbo, 24 hours ago, you didn't have this money. 1 hour ago, you didn't have this money. And it made no difference. So now you have it. Straight to investment account. That's what I did. By the way, I use Atlas Portfolio and FSDH because many of you have been asking me which stockbroker to use in Nigeria for the Nigerian stock market, which is one of the fastest growing and most rewarding stock exchanges in the world. We seem to even have more foreigners in that market because they tend to see potentials faster than the local people. We have foreign investors putting in huge millions of dollars in the Nigerian stock market. Okay, so I use those two, and there's a strategy I use for either of them. For both of them, for Atlas Portfolio, that's where I do penny stocks, and that's where I throw money into penny stocks I've analyzed and foresee a future. Penny stocks that are selling like 1, 2 naira today, but I foresee that in 5 years, people will buy it for 200. Because one of the amazing skills in investing is actually seeing the opportunity before everybody sees it, before everybody jumps in. Because when the people are now realizing that opportunity 3 years later, then you are in a good position. And then for FSDH, I do premium stocks, these, top dividend paying blue chip stocks. For foreign stocks, I use Bamboo, because some of you have been asking, but I don't really do much in terms of the NASDAQ, because in NASDAQ, you have over 3,000 companies to follow and to study and all that. But in this economy, in this market, there are just 155 companies. So easy to research. So the reason I mentioned that is you need to create an investment account where you automate things. So like once this money I was talking about came today, as soon as it dropped, I sent it before I could have time to think about it. I don't know if you have noticed, once money is in your hands, 1 hour, within 24 hours, that money is likely going to be committed. So commit it directly. So have some kind of automatic system for your savings, for your investments and things like that. And then the banking apps today do have those features to make it easy for you to make your savings automatic. So set up automatic transfers for the day that you get paid, all right? So you can do something like 10% toward paying off your debt, the ones with the highest interest first, and then 10% toward your retirement, because everybody is going to retire somewhere. And so remember the question that we started with for some of you who joined late. We said, you are going to die someday. And when that day comes, will you regret how much time you spent worrying about money instead of fixing it? So there is the opportunity to fix your money right now. Right now, it's not too late. If you start like today, don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be late. Every day you delay, you have money that you're not investing. Every day you delay working on your finances is like 1 month lost. And then some days you delay will be like 1 year lost into your future. So if you take one thing from today's session, so let it be this. Your future self is begging you to start today, not tomorrow. Not when things calm down, now. Because waiting for when things are right before you start investing means you are not going to invest them, because these things will not be very, very perfect, okay? And so if this session has helped you, please smash the like button and subscribe. It's going to help. It really helps, more people to get to know and take advantage of what we are doing. And then there are 2 ways that you can implement all the lessons and everything I teach you. There are 2 ways you can implement them. One is to do it yourself, and you most absolutely can. Because I get DMs and people message me all the time, and people are telling me my mind has been transformed since I started listening to your videos. And some people say, "Oh, this is my first time listening to your video, and it has totally rewired me." I mean, I hear, if you go to see, look at some of the comments on my videos, you will see what I'm telling you. So people, you can do it by yourself, and I actually encourage that. The second way is to join my paid mentorship group. Is extremely accessible. My one-on-one starts from $500 for 90 minutes, one per session. And that's also what I pay my coaches. That's the list of what I pay my coaches. I have some coaches in the United States who are helping me with communicating my value. And then Billie Jean is is helping me with advertising and with marketing. So some of the things I'm doing, I'm learning. I learn from my coaches. I pay them. But this one, I'm not charging you $500 for the mentorship. Just $125 or 125,000 Nigerian naira. And then the best of all is that if you take advantage of the early bird, you are not paying $125, you're paying just $105 or 105 Nigerian naira. And so some people ask me, you're charging just mere $125? Isn't that too much? And then I ask, how much is your future worth? How much will you pay if somebody can give you something, teach you something that can make you millions in the future? How much is that worth? So if you're that person who wants to take advantage of my mentorship, where we distill things down, I have worksheets, and then there are accountability systems to make you actually work on your money, because a lot of us we are avoiding our financial challenges. We are avoiding it like the ostrich. So if you are that person that wants to take advantage and join my monthly mentorship group, send WhatsApp. Just type this, just one line of message to this WhatsApp number I'm about to give you. That message is, send me payment details. That's all you need. Okay, so for those do-it-yourself, who want to do it by themselves, you don't need to send me that. So, but those of you who need my help to guide you to achieve your financial goals, to retire peacefully with confidence, without having to beg people or depend on your children or something, then say, send me payment details to this WhatsApp number, +234 8088 000 111. It's also in the description of this video. +234 8088 000 111. So do it right now, and you're going to receive immediate reply. And once you pay and send the evidence, within 3 to 5 minutes, you're already in the mentorship group. This is very active. There's a whole lot going on there right now, sharing resources, information, and then there's a major Zoom call, 3-hour Zoom call coming this Sunday. Take advantage of it. Don't miss it. It's going to be Q&A, and then there's going to be on-the-spot coaching. And then what we do there is not theory. It's extremely practical. Extremely practical. One person wants to make a transition from paid employment to coaching and speaking and things like that. And then we are providing her the funnel, the sales funnel, the communication funnel, how she can get that done, providing guidance. How do you charge? Very practical things. How do you charge? How do you charge clients? Should you have some free products, some lead magnets and all that? How do you make sure you don't anchor yourself to free so that you can start charging what you are worth? These are very practical things. Okay, so I expect to see you in the group. And so before we round off tonight, so let me look through the comment section and see what questions that you have. that I can answer, or any comments that I can speak to before we call it a night and prepare for tomorrow? Kerika Besta says, please pray for me. All right. You actually need more knowledge, actionable knowledge, than you need prayer. Prayer is good. I pray. I communicate with God all the time, 24/7. Even as I'm talking to you, my subconscious is praying. But you see, praying is not enough. You need a strategy. You need a working plan. All right, the best says, how do I start investing in stocks in Nigeria, having no prior experience? The first thing is actually to open. So here are 2-3 steps. Step number 1, open the account first, because you can't even start talking about stocks when you don't have a stockbroking account. So open your stockbroking account first. And when you're opening it, open it directly with a broker that is licensed. Licensed, SEC licensed. Don't do any business with a broker that is not licensed, because you're inviting trouble, scam, and losing your money. When you have opened it, number 2, educate yourself. Educate yourself, because the money is not in the stock market. The money is not in real estate. The money is not in mini exportation and all those things that people use to make money. Where is the money? The money is primarily in your mind. This is why if you invest in anything that you don't understand, you will lose the money. People lose money in the stock market, not because the stock market made them lose money, but because they don't understand it. I've been playing the stock market since 2002, 22 years. Nothing has been more rewarding to me than the stock market. And then my best chance of retiring rich, of converting active income to passive income, my best is the stock market. I have some real estate, but those are just idle assets compared to stock market. So you lose money, you will lose your money if you invest it in something you don't understand. Therefore, spend time understanding what is the stock market. That's why I'm going to put a link to my book. Maybe that's where you should start, because it actually gives you step-by-step guidance to how to make money in the stock market, how to open a broking account, how to buy your first share. And then when you open your stockbroking account, make sure that you open with a stockbroker that has what we call direct market access. So you can access the market yourself. You can trade from anywhere in the world that you have, where there's internet connection. So you don't need to call anybody, call any stockbroker. Oh, okay, I want to buy Dangote Cement, I want to buy Seplat, I want to buy Total or Chevron or something. You go direct. You do your own research about these companies. You do your what we call technical analysis. You also do your fundamental analysis, and then you choose your stock. You buy, So that's where to start. I think that your first step is download that book. I'm going to put once I'm done, I'm going to put the link in the description. So you can download it, buy that. It's a step-by-step. It's actually literally that's all you need. Step 1, do this. Open an account, open a stockbroking account. This is how to open it. This is who you should open with. Step 2, how to choose your first stock and all that. When to buy, when to sell, it's all in that book. Okay, so I hope that helps. BJ Heaven says, thanks for the immeasurable knowledge you keep giving us. It's my pleasure indeed. All right. Manasseh says, I'm enjoying this life. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for really letting me know. Okay, let me take one more. Victor is asking, please, apps for investment. All right, I've already dealt with that. For trading stocks, US stocks, you can use Bamboo. That's what I use. And I don't do much with the US stocks. I think I just have a couple of stocks. NVIDIA. I have Tesla. I have NVIDIA, Tesla, some of those big ones. And one of the things I like about the US stock markets, actually, is that it's also very accessible. You can trade fractional stocks. For instance, Tesla might be like 200 and I don't know what it is today. So let me just say, let's say Tesla is $250. And then for your local currency, that's a lot of money. But you can buy fractionally. If you have $25, if you have $50, you can actually buy shares. You don't have to have, like it is in the Nigerian stock market, you don't have to have $250 to buy one share. So that's a very fantastic, the way they've structured NASDAQ. So the stock price might be $60,000, but you can still buy with $600, okay? So you can use Bamboo, but for trading Nigerian stocks, please don't use Bamboo, don't use all those things. They will charge you twice. They will charge you. You still pay all the SEC fees, all the CSCS fees and things like that, and then and still pay for the app fee. So open directly with the stockbroker. Augustine says, what's the simplest way to build structure and systems that works while you sleep? I believe I have a couple of videos on that. And then I don't know if you're already part of the financial fitness challenge, because that is one major thing that we treat in the financial fitness challenge. But think about wealth as something you repeat. All right. And then yesterday, actually, the video of yesterday talked about structure. So I will encourage you to watch it. It's actually a very generous video. And then I remember I'm going to post a worksheet to allow people implement the structure. Because if you are, especially for those of you in your 40s and 50s, you need structure to build wealth. Because if you don't have a structure to it, then your wealth is just events. Today, somebody says, oh, crypto. Then you rush for crypto. And then after 4 months, you lose motivation and you lose steam. And probably you've lost your money on crypto. Then someone else says, oh, real estate. Then you jump into real estate because you don't have structure. So you need to structure 3 things and to systemize 3 things. Okay, so you need to build systems for 3 things, okay? There are 3 skills for building wealth. Only 3. Whether you're talking about Bill Gates or Elon Musk or Ogbo or yourself, there are only 3 skills. Billionaires use 3 skills. Poor people who make money, these 3 skills. Skill number 1, the skill to make money. So I've called it the 3 M's to make it easy for you to remember. You need money-making skills. Making money is a skill. It's a skill. Unfortunately, the school destroyed many of us. They taught us that the only way to make money is to go to school, make sure you get a very excellent degree. 2-1, like they say in Nigeria, first class, come up with a very good degree, and then somebody will employ you. So for a lot of people, all they know about how to make money is to go to school. And that is terrible. That's the worst thing anybody has ever, because making money has absolutely nothing to do with going to school. Absolutely nothing to do with it. And I wish that school could actually teach people making money. Because I went through school from a 3-year-old in nursery, or is it kindergarten, and to my master's and postgraduate degrees. Not once was there a class on how to make money. And then we went to university. It's called university. It's supposed to be university. Not one lecture. Not one lecture did they say, all right, when you go out with this, your degree, this is how to make money. And this is why many of you are graduates and you don't know how to make money. This is why some of you are 45. You're already in your 40s and you don't have money-making skills. The only thing you know about how to make money is your 9 to 5. Okay. So that is skill number 1. Skill number 2 is managing money. It's not enough to make money. You can still make a lot of money and be poor. Look around you. They're all over the place. People who were earning fat salaries when things were going good for them. Now they are retired or something happened. They lost their job and they are poor. So poor they can't even feed or pay rent because they didn't build their own house either. So it's not enough to just earn or make money. You must manage it. You know how to manage it. When that money comes, how do you allocate it? How do you develop the discipline to keep the seed from the food? Because the old prophet Isaiah told us that our income has two parts. He said that God gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. But what happens when people now get their income? They eat up everything as if everything is bread. And some even tell you, oh, my income is too small. I don't earn enough money. And then you blow up all your salary, all your income, because you don't know how to manage. It's impossible to be wealthy. If you make $1 million and spend $1 million, it's impossible to be wealthy. And the third skill is multiply money. That is where investment comes. Because managing money is just status quo. Managing money is not going to save your future. What will actually save your future is investing. And so many people are running away from investment because they've had their fingers burnt. And why your fingers were burnt in investments, number one, those things you call investments were no investments. They were fake. They were fraudulent. And you lost your money. And then especially people in this part of the world have lost so much money to all these scams. As people are losing money today to one scam, they are losing to another. And so you never want to invest in unregulated market space. This is why you are far, far more, the stock market is not perfect. It's a human system, but it is regulated. It's regulated. A couple of years ago, Elon Musk tweeted something, and they fined him $20 million, and he had to pay. Here in Nigeria, the same thing. When you don't produce, the governance is very strong. If you're a company, no matter how big you are, Dangote, cement, or anything, if you don't produce your quarterly result or your audited statements at the time you should produce it, they suspend you. So it's regulated. But somebody just comes to you and says, what are those ones in Nigeria? MMM. They say, bring $1,000, and then every week we will pay you $5,000. Are you a thief? Why do you call that investment? Somebody says, bring $1,000, and then at the end of every month we'll pay you $5,000. And you put your money there, and then you lost it because you didn't know what you were doing. So now, to your question about building structures and systems, you take each of these wealth building activities, making money, managing money, and multiplying that. You build structures around it. That's part of the automation we are talking about. And then you build systems around it. So your structure could involve where you put in that money. Your system could involve when money comes in. If $1,000 comes in, automatically $100 goes to this account, 50 to investment account, another $50 goes to the emergency fund, this other one goes to charity, this one goes to that. And it's automatic. That is a system. So something that you don't have to continue to repeat, something that you put a structure around it so that they think, because until you do that, you cannot retire and you cannot make your money grow. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, let's take one more. Before we round off. Okay, I need more actionable plan than prayer. Okay, that's correct. How can we navigate the challenges of investing from where we are based on banking and stock market regulations in the said market? I think you need to read that book. Priska is asking if I'm no longer on Facebook. Yeah, I'm still there. But what happens on Facebook is Facebook has started deleting live videos, but YouTube doesn't do that. So all those hundreds of videos that I did live, Facebook is deleting them. So every day I get a note, they say, download this because we are going to delete it. And so I got tired of that drama, and I actually think that YouTube is a great place because when I finish the live, it remains there, so people can rewatch it. People can go back to it and rewatch it, okay? So that's why we are here. All right, and I think that's a very good juncture to thank you for being with me tonight. We are going to be here same time tomorrow. And whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen, do not be discouraged. You can turn your finances around at any age. Please do not let anyone lie to you or deceive you. You can turn your finances around at any age, just following the things that we've talked about in this video, because it takes action. It's not motivational. It's not just something you sit in your house, cross your hands and say, oh, I can change my financial situation at any age. You can't do it by just sitting on your couch and doing nothing. I love you. I'm going to see you on this same platform, same time tomorrow.